Hi, my name is Madeline, and I wanted to ask if you'd ever thought about things that you expect to work on your rig. For example, when you press on the brake pedal, you expect the rig to stop. When you open the door on your rig, you expect the steps to come out. So the brakes, to me, are a necessity, and the steps coming out, that's a convenience. You could do it manually. Well, there's another thing on your rig that you expect to work if you have one, and that is when you start your generator, the power from the generator goes to your power panel in your rig. Well, that is actuated by an automatic transfer switch, which is a convenience. And not all rigs have automatic transfer switches, but mine did, past tense. So an automatic transfer switch looks like this. And mine was mounted up here in this compartment, right up here in this corner. A little inconvenient, but I've certainly seen worse. Last summer I replaced one on a friend's rig, and it was up in a little tiny compartment that I could barely get my head into. So the automatic transfer switch, it's not supposed to have this little burn mark here on the front. And on the inside, this is what it looked like. And this failed in the middle of the night, so I had no power. So what happens, and again, if you have one, the power from the generator, let me turn this right side up. The power from the generator connects to these two terminals right here. And so the output from my generator is right up here in this corner. The power from the shore power, or your power pedestal, it connects to these two right here. Excuse me, it was gone, so it's kind of burned up, but it connected right here. And then the wiring to the house panel, it connected to the two terminals that were right here. And so in my rig, the wiring to the house panel is right up here in this corner. And then the wiring to the shore power is this black cord right here. So the way this works is it senses power from your generator. And when it senses that power, it causes this power relay, that's what this is right here, to change positions, and it gets sucked in like that, just like the doorbell on your house when you push a doorbell button. It has a little solenoid like this, and it pulls this in, and it transfers power from shore power to the generator, and then feeds your house panel. So here's what I'm talking about. This is kind of like, an automatic transfer switch is kind of like a three-way switch that you might have in your house to control your lights from two different points. So this goes to your house panel, wherever your circuit breakers are inside your rig. And from there, it goes to this contact point, and this is from shore power. Now, when you have a generator and you're utilizing this automatic transfer switch, another position for this is over here, and this is where the generator is connected. And the automatic part of this is that there's a sensing unit that when it senses power coming from your generator, it moves this switch from this position to this position so that this one's no longer connected. So My automatic transfer switch was up in this corner. So I'm gonna crawl into this compartment, but it's only because I'm a small person that I can get in here. So I had to work up in here, and what I did was I disconnected the wiring from the generator, I disconnected the wiring from the panel, and I disconnected it from my shore power cord. So instead, what I mounted up in here was a junction box where I have my shore power in here and from my power panel in here. So that when I'm at a campground or somewhere else where I can plug in, I take and plug my shore power in. It comes up through my voltage monitor into the junction box and goes to the panel. Now when I want to run my generator, it's kind of inconvenient, and I don't have to get up in here to do this, but I simply unplug from the shore power and I installed a receptacle that comes from the generator. So this is generator output. That's how I've labeled this. So I can get power from my generator by taking my shore power lead and plugging it into this. A little inconvenient, but it's kind of fail-safe. I guess the moral of the story is, do you want convenience or do you want things to actually work? Because these are subject to failure. Anything that has moving parts, anywhere where there's terminal connections, it's subject to failure. I opted to have mine work when I plugged it in versus the convenience of having an automatic transfer switch.